What's up, tubers? Welcome to Games Time. I'm James, and welcome to the first video of 2020. Welcome to the new decade, new month, new year. Hopefully everyone had a good New Year's, a safe New Year's, and an enjoyable New Year's. Now, the time has come. As I said, the first video is of the best, worst, and honourable mentions of 2019 movie-wise. And surprisingly, 2 Netflix films have made it into this list, which is surprising because I don't really count that most of the time, but they got to me really well, and it's just like, holy shit, that works. A few honorable mentions was Godzilla King of the Monsters. I missed that. I'm kind of disappointed I did. Technically, Star Wars, the rise of Skywalker. I haven't seen that yet. Don't feel like I really want to either. Men in Black, which I heard that was really bad. So I was like, oh, damn. And X-Men Dark Phoenix. But let's not talk about that one because, yeah, it's not really great. So, honorable mentions. Those that were really great that just didn't make the cut for like the best, and just narrowly probably missed out on the worst as well. But I'll say that 42 films were seen last year, which is not my best, but I'll just mention the honourable mentions for now. Number 1, Doctor Sleep. Really enjoyed that. Like I said, when I first watched it, Rose the Hat, loved the villain. Thought Ewan McGregor did an excellent job as Dan Torrance, like adult Danny, and it worked out really well. It was respectable to the material. It was respectable. It had paid homage to The Shining, like the one that Stephen King doesn't like. But Mike Flanagan did an excellent job, and Stephen King actually loved it. Number 2, Jumanji, The Next Level. I enjoyed the sequel. Like I said, it was like DLC, and if EA and Bethesda teamed up and took LSD together and created a game, this is what you would get. And I'm hoping for a third one called Glitches Be Crazy. Number 3, Rocket Man. The technically biopic of Elton John. I really loved it. I sang along. I got emotional with it. It was very hard-hitting every now and again. It was like, oh. And with the way he partied, I was surprised that he was still alive. Like, holy shit, you went hardcore, and that was back in the day. Like, holy damn. Sorry. K, where's the C? C, K. No, whatever. No one. Rocket Man, Taron Egerton did an excellent job, and Elton John approved as well. And like I said, the music was just great. That was the only musical I actually wanted to go see, unlike Queen's biopic and unfortunately Cats. But let's not get into that. Our first Netflix film that made it into the honourable mentions list, The Man Without Gravity. Like I said, it was an adorable movie. It was great. It was kind of like being led into temptation. Like, oh, you are special. Do you want to be like Batman, or do you want to have a life of your own? And it was just like really adorable. I loved it, and everyone should go watch it on Netflix. It's a foreign film, French film, and it works so well. It's amazing. Number 5, Brightburn. What happens when Superman doesn't have good parents? Not really, but Elizabeth Banks did an excellent job as the mom of her alien son, who is technically an anti-vax baby. And I personally want a sequel to this. I enjoyed it really well. It was a bit slow paced, but it worked out really well too. An enjoyable romp, and to make it perfect, it could have gone a bit more harder. But they've left it open for a sequel. I would like a sequel into it. Hopefully they do. If not, that's all right. Number 6, John Wick 3, Parabellum. We're just getting more into John Wick. We're knowing his backstory. Angelica Houston's in this one. The School of Dancers, the desert. It's like, holy fuck. John Wick has fanboys. It's like, what the hell? So apparently there's a 4th one coming. Possibly another trilogy. And then the TV series and a spin-off. I'm happy with that. I want the Continental to be like talking about different serial killers and show what they do. And in the, like, maybe Keanu Reeves shows up every now and again. Not all episodes, but it's like, oh, John Wick was here. Mr. Wick, oh my. Number 7, Terminator Dark Fate. I really enjoyed this one. Better than Genesis. There was a shit show. It kind of technically takes place after T2. And it raises the history of Salvation and Genesis and the Sarah Connor Chronicles, I think. I'm pretty sure, maybe. I'm not 100% sure on that. But it felt very good. It felt very awake for what it was. As Sarah Connor, you felt the rage. You felt the rage when she found out that Arnie, like the Terminator, was still alive. And like I said, it felt very Blade Runner. Like, oh, my mission is done. What do? I'll create a life for myself. And the end battle felt very D&D, and that just resonated with me. I loved it so much. Number 8, It Chapter 2. My fucking god, the double feature, that was long, that was good, but that was an enjoyable group experience. There was so many laughable moments, so many iconic moments too. Stephen King showed up. That was awesome. It was really good to see Stephen King in it and kind of bagging out his own film in a way. James McAvoy did really well. Bill Hader did surprisingly well for that movie it was. And the jump scares, the action and all that stuff. The in-jokes with friends, because it's a group movie. You watch it with a group and you just laugh and all that stuff. Number 9, Rambo Last Blood. Now, I admit I haven't seen anything past First Blood. So, personally, this felt good. I've watched the start and I've watched the end. And it showed a montage of Rambo's career and Sylvester Stallone's career as John Rambo. And I personally liked it. I felt it was really good, really respectful, in my opinion. Everyone said it was xenophobic because, he was after Mexicans. I'm like, but that's where it's set. So, duh. But whatever. And number 10, Glass. It kind of disappointed me. But, like I said when I watched the split personality movie, I've forgotten what it's called. My bad. You got Unbreakable. Split. I finally got the cinematic universe I wanted back in 2001 when I watched Split, and the music swelled up. I was like, no way. And Bruce Willis shows up and it's just like, his name was Glass. I literally cried for 5 minutes because I was so happy. And it was a bit lackluster, Glass was, but just the inner workings of Samuel L. Jackson's character was like, you manipulative motherfucker, and all that stuff. And watching the Beast versus David just go at it, it's like, holy shit. And the reveal at the end, it wasn't technically a twist, it was more of like an open universe. I hope Shyamalan does a bit more with that. If not, okay, but I feel like he could do more. If not, let it go. That's all right. I'll say it off. So those were the honourable mentions. Those top 10. And the funny thing is, Glass, Rambo, Terminator, all the classic 80s/90s action heroes. You got Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, and Bruce Willis. It works out well. Onto the bad list, which surprisingly, only 8 movies, in my opinion, were really bad this year. If I was going to go out of my way to see X-Men Dark Phoenix, that would make it. Glad I didn't. Possibly Men in Black, that probably would have made it. And whatever else. But yes. So, the 8 bad movies, in my opinion, that I personally hated this last year. Number 1. Toy Story 4. It beat Cats for the worst one, in my opinion. As I was explaining to my housemate, I would literally sit down and watch Cats again instead of Toy Story 4. And I'm not a big fan of musicals. Disney musicals don't count. Yes, as I said before, Toy Story 4, 10-minute side story at best. I was like, it looked amazing, yeah, whatever, that's fine. But you don't need to milk the fucking story for what it ever has. You ruined the legacy after Toy Story 3. Everyone grew up with the franchise, grew up with the series, and it was done and dusted. Just let it go in the wind. But no, you get to milk it for all of its fucking worth. Fuck you. I will not get more into that. Number 2, Cats. I was way too sober for that. Just, the Cat in the Hat didn't show up. They were 15 minutes into the movie and they finally asked what her name was. Everyone was clumsy. Cats wore shoes, pants. It was like an acid trip gone wrong. No. Number 3, Annabelle Comes Home. Bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. If you got scared of it, harden the fuck up. If you liked it, you're wrong. It was fucking bullshit. This was horror movie filler. This was technically on the same level as The Nun, and that was fucking shit itself. Fucking... fuck it, I'm giving the spoilers away. 45 minutes of a bad scare for her to get a fucking hug in the end. That bitch touched fucking everything evil in the room, was a total bitch to her friend and all that stuff, only came over because she had an ulterior motive, and got a hug from what's-her-face in the end of the movie. I'm like, no, you should be in hell having your skin ripped off by fucking hellhounds. Fuck off! Don't make number 4. No. Number 4, Greta. That was shit. That was basically 98% of the fucking trailer and nothing, and the only thing missing was the severed finger. I was just like, are you fucking serious? What the fuck? No, fuck off. That was a waste of fucking time. Number 5, Pet Sematary. I was very disappointed in this. Watching the original first, it was, the time it was good. A scary 3-year-old can work. In the 80s or whatever. Zelda was creepy. And yeah, this new one, basically a shot-for-shot remake with the 8-year-old daughter instead of the 3-year-old son. Granted, an 8-year-old saying, "I love you, mommy, what's wrong with me?" is more scary than "I'm gonna kill you" coming from a 3-year-old. But, a truck that big going at her that fast at that point in time, her body should be a spray in the wind. And Zelda could have been more scarier. Like, what the hell? It was just basically more sweaty and spiny. It's like, fuck off. Try harder. Get fucked. Number 6, Hobbs and Shaw. Meh. We just killed the franchise. We don't need any more Fast and Furious movies. It was Jason Statham and The Rock doing what they need to do, and just please stop. It was a lot of gay jokes, and it's just like, okay, cool. You've got a bigger dick. I get it. Number 7, Child's Play. Not even Mark Hamill could save this. It was, like I said, it had inventive kills. It was reasonable, and the message about consumerism was obvious, and how we're reliant on technology. But no, this was lazy. It was lazy, and you could tell, like, it shows something that back in the 80s where voodoo transfers your soul into a doll, and this one is just about a disgruntled employee making this a malfunctioned robot. Fuck off! And you could tell because the director and the writer, this is technically their first credits, and they failed big time. The only big thing for them was Aubrey Plaza and Mark Hamill's voice. It's like, no. It's like, oh, what's my name? Oh, Han Solo. Chucky. It's like, even with a glitch like that, it shouldn't have been Chucky. Like, what the fuck? No, fuck off. And the last one, in my opinion, that was the worst of the last 2019, Lion King. I wasn't impressed. The animated one did a better job than the new one. Like, Timon was annoying. There were moments in it just like you could cut. There was an extra song, I think. Spoken word of be prepared. Fuck off. Scarlett did look intimidating. But Donald Glover doing Simba and oh, you're a murderer. It's like, okay. Well, Matthew Broderick brought it with, you're a murderer! Back in the fucking 90s, a white guy in his 30s compared to a black guy in his current 30s right now. It's like, no, the Donald Glover should be more intimidating. No, it didn't play out like that. I was highly disappointed. And yeah, and so that was, yeah, those were the worst. Only 8. And now, the top 10 best movies of 2019. I'm going to go 10 to 1. So, like, because number 1 is, like, the best, and number 10 is, like, also the best, but, you know, I'm going from that order. Number 10, Good Boys. This was one of the best sexual comedies, raunchy comedies of the decade, and the most appropriate. Like, it knows what it is, it knows it's a sleazy comedy, and for the teens and all that stuff, like, oh, we're all horny, but it also knows what type of world we're living in now. It's like, oh, you can't just get a girl drunk and all that stuff, you need consent, and that's what they provide in this movie. They're having a kissing party. Those who are in the basement stay, giving their consent. Those who are uncomfortable go upstairs, and that worked out well. The 3 boys in this movie, I hope they team up again because it works so well. They're very funny. I lost my breath laughing so much because it was so great, and it was just one of the best sexually explicit teen movies that is appropriate for the new generation as well, which is kind of saying something. Number 9, Ready or Not. I absolutely love this movie. I love the lore behind it. I love the characters and everything. The only thing it would have made to be better would have been less screaming, but I get it. But it was funny, it was great, and it was quirky as well. It worked so well for it, and if they didn't end it the way they did, I would like either a sequel or a prequel showing the lives of the previous tenants and all that stuff and how it worked. Number 8, How to Train Your Dragon 3. This is how you end a trilogy. Pixar, pay attention, bitches. Because you failed with Cars, you failed with Toy Story. What else you failed with? You fucking failed with technically Monsters University / Inc. Because, yeah. The only one you actually worked with was Aladdin. And those other two were straight to DVD, but still. How to Train Your Dragon 3, I know it's with DreamWorks, shut up. But it worked well. It's beautiful, it's amazing, it's an excellent story, and it's heartbreaking too because of the way it ends. You're like, and just moving on and just coming together and all that stuff. It works so well, and it's great for the kids and everything too. It's just really well, a really good trilogy. The entire trilogy works out well and all that. Number 7, Joker. It should be harsh, shouldn't it? It should be, but it's not. It's not the best of the year, but it's really good. Joaquin Phoenix did an amazing job as Joker. And the social commentary on it, and the fact about mental illness and all that stuff, and how we're portraying that, and the difference between the poor and the rich. It's just like, just because, and how it goes, it's like, oh, you're not paying attention. You just ask me that same question every day. I keep telling you, every day I have negative thoughts. Just because I come in here, act all la-di-da, doesn't mean I'm all fucking la-di-da. It's like, I am hating myself inside. I am, like, in here is a fucking mental cage. Todd Phillips did a great job in my opinion. And I feel like this is one of those movies you just put on, watch over and over, and just watch the chaos unfold, the pain unfold, just the depth, the emotion, and all that stuff. I wanted to do the laugh, but when it was like told it was a nervous tick, I'm like, that wouldn't be respectful. But I absolutely loved it. Number 6, Us. Jordan Peele's second outing out. Holy fuck! This came out of nowhere. This was had a creepy premise, an excellent premise in my opinion. The music was great. The untethered or the tethered or whatever. It was just like, holy fucking shit. You go deep down into the history of this movie, and it's like, oh my god, and just the way it works. It's brutal, it's awesome, it's scary, it gets you there. It's like, holy crap, everyone, Lupita Nyong'o, if I do apologize if I butchered her name, she does an amazing job as Red and whoever she played, but it's like, and the kids just like, holy crap. I'm looking forward to whatever Jordan Peele makes next, which apparently is Candyman, the sequel, the official sequel to the original Candyman, which we don't count as the flesh of the flesh, but let's not get into that. Number 5, Aladdin. And Guy Ritchie of all people. What the fuck? This was great. It would have been like Will Smith did a respectable job. It didn't try to outshine Robin Williams. It just like, this is my version of the genie, and it works. I enjoyed it. It was really good. The thing that could have made it better was a more threatening Jafar, instead of like, oh yes, I am Jafar, I am many things. It's like, no, you're kind of like clickbait, like a sexy Jafar for the fangirls. And it's like, yes, I am Jafar. It's like, no, you are not threatening. You are like he's supposed to be creepy, supposed to be thin and creepy, and it's like, you do something wrong, he's going to do something to you. It's like, nah. But this on Blu-ray 4K on a big TV would be amazing. The dance moves, the colors was just explosive and wow. And like I said, for Guy Ritchie, holy fucking shit. The only shame about it is that the guy who plays Aladdin can't get any work, which is odd. Like, dude, you did an amazing job. It's like, you should be more in Hollywood. But yeah. Number 4, The American Son, the Netflix film, which is a stage play. Holy shit, this one cut me deep. This one got me good. I thought it was just going to be a quick watch. Oh, good, Kerry Washington did a great job, whatever. But no, I felt it in my fucking heart. I felt it watching it. I was with the parents. I was with her kid. I was right there in the building, wanting to have answers myself. Like, just because she's a black mum and you're a white cop doesn't mean you get to dismiss her, and then you get to talk to her husband respectfully. And then as well as race issues, cop versus civilian issues. The music just breaks your heart. I was crying in the end. Like, holy fuck, what? Just with them, with the movie, just on my edge of the seat, like, just give them the fucking answers. And it's just like, it just fucking hits you. And that song is just like, ah. Which you read the comments like, is anyone here because of American Son? I am. It's like, yep. So, now the top three. What are the top three? I'm missing out a few, aren't I? Yes, I am. Number 3, Midsummer. By Ari Aster. His second outing last year. His first one, Hereditary, which was a very weird and culty. And I made the wrong joke of, oh, this girl deserves to die. And then she does die. I was like, I was joking, I didn't mean it. But Florence Pugh, if I'm pronouncing her name right, did an amazing job in this movie. It's a fucking acid trip all in one, but it's more than that. My friend has been watching it, and she delved deeper into the fandom of the movie, and it turns out it's much deeper than what it was, and it's a drug trip. It's a fucked up trip, but also, as soon as the movie started, and it's like, the Swedish guy talks like, oh, I'm going back to my home country because of a festival. I'm like, don't trust him! He's Swedish and he's evil! It was obvious, and like, give this movie a chance. First sober, and then stoned or drunk or fucked out of your brain, because it's an acid trip gone right. Like, holy shit, that blew my mind. That came out of nowhere. I'm looking forward to what Ari Aster can do in the future as well. He is kind of like Jordan Peele in the, I'm doing it this way, and Jordan's like, I'm doing it this way. We're all a bit fucked up here. Number 2. Avengers Endgame. Say what? Yes. My number one pick kicked out Avengers Endgame. But with saying that, I geeked out hard with this movie. I was fanboying, I was crying, I was rooting for it. I was swelled up when everyone showed up, when the music picked up, when fucking Captain America picked up Thor's hammer. It's like, yes, motherfucker, holy shit! And just, it was hilarious. It's enjoyable. I need to watch it again on not Netflix, sorry, on Disney Plus, because it's on there. I would love it on Blu-ray 4K or whatever. I would love the entire phase 1 to 3 and box set collection of Thanos' glove. And just Fat Thor is the best. It's just hilarious. I felt Captain Marvel was underutilized, but being that she's very powerful, it was understandable. The Rocket Raccoon was a bit underwhelming as well, which was a shame. Intelligent Hulk was interesting, which I'm hoping more for him, like even as a TV series or something. But that works. The moment where all the female Avengers show up, it's like, oh, we got this, and it's just like, you got Wasp, you got Black Panther's helper, Iron Woman, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Captain Marvel, and it's just like they all come together, and it's like, yeah, ladies of Marvel, unite! It's like, holy shit. And I'm looking forward to Black Widow movie, which will be good, I'm hoping. It looks good. And Tony, well, fuck you if you haven't seen it, but the Tony Stark's funeral, it was respectful, it was excellent, it was heartwarming, showed all the franchises, like, it's all come together because of Tony. It's all there because of you. And it's just like showing him the respect he needed, the respect he deserved, and the respect he got for launching the MCU, defending the MCU, and dying in the MCU. Whoo! And number 1, Knives Out. Rian Johnson directed this. Felt very Murder, She Wrote, very Agatha Christie, very Poirot, and Benoit Blanc, played by Daniel Craig. Benoit Blanc. The Benoit Blanc mysteries. I can see that happening. this was an excellent movie, an excellent murder mystery twist and everything. It was very funny. It was very, oh, you're not telling the entire truth and all that stuff, and very quirky. It had set pieces. It was kind of like a more tame version of Ready or Not, because it had set pieces and all that stuff. And the family were all eccentric in their own ways. Toni Collette wins as a quirky person in this movie, as she was like, oh, like I said, the family love me, and it's like, it just shows, like, you know, she's more annoying than anything. But yes, and Daniel Craig just plays an excellent role in this and all that stuff. I'm hoping they do continue that style, Rian Johnson and Daniel Craig teaming up again for a sequel, not for Knives Out, but call it something different. Have another murder mystery style, and him just doing his thing like, oh, I'm here just to, oh, hello, I'll have a cup of tea. But yes. So those were the best, worst, and honourable mentions of 2019. Leave a comment of what yours were. I know you guys love movies as well. Yeah, that's why you're on my channel, and you'll fight tooth and nail to prove me wrong sometimes, or you'll agree with me. But what were your worst, what were your best, and what were your honourable mentions? Leave a comment. Plus, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a like, or a dislike. A dislike tells me you're still watching my stuff. But yes, more to come in 2020. Starting this year off on a good note with a movie list. And the first game I'm going to play for you guys will be Horizon Zero Dawn with the DLC, because why not start 2020 off, video game wise, in an apocalyptic setting where the world is destroyed. Seems appropriate. But yes, Games is here, Games is out, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much, and let's welcome this new decade into a great decade. Starting off 2020 on an awesome note, a high note, and a great note.